hello, this is Pro-Male Vendetta here. I have decided to do a quick video exposing a trans-exclusionary radical feminist called AMWaters Media. This woman seems to be a right-wing reactionary, feminist hybrid. Her channel attracts lots of right-wing racists. I have noticed a pattern of behavior of right-wingers sucking up to TERFs. Right-wingers want to get at other groups of people they do not like, and are willing to team up with the feminist hate movements to do so. Anyway, let's look at a screen cap of some of those right-wingers ranting on Waters' comment section. As you can see, Waters' channel is full of extremist right-wing nutjobs ranting about cultural Marxism. This was from a video slandering Muslims. What I find interesting is the fact this guy hates Muslims, but wants to link his hatred of them to Marxism. Right-wing hate doesn't have to make any logical sense, it seems. If anyone thinks that immigration has anything to do with Marxism, they are living on another planet. Anyway, this screen cap shows that there is a link between reactionary right-wing politics and trans-exclusionary feminists. This is not surprising, as this video will show right-wing bigots and feminist bigots share many beliefs in common. Also, I would like to note that AMWaters seems to be banned off Twitter. Now, some people do get banned unfairly from Twitter, but Twitter seems to give female feminists a lot more leeway than men. So it is going to take extreme behavior for a feminist woman to get the Twitter ban hammer. Anyway, let's watch this woman's video and see how hateful she is. She is using tactics straight from the homophobe's playbook. I think this is more professor that gay men need to be wary of lesbian feminists, as they will turn on them in a heartbeat if they feel like it.
There's been a case recently in Texas, of all places, of a 7-year-old boy whose insane mother wants to turn into a girl.
I want to note something here. This woman she is talking about is not a trans. She is most likely a radical feminist mother, and she is doing this out of spite to maim and harm her son. The problem is AMWaters is going to start a non-sequitur rant about trans being pedophiles later on. If a biological feminist woman is doing this to her son, why is AMWaters smearing the trans community over this?
And whose sane father objects to this. Now, the sane father took the insane mother to court, and the court ruled with the mother. This child is 7 years old, and what's being floated is puberty blockers, is a medical interference with the natural progression of this boy's growth. This is being sanctioned by a court in Texas, of all places. Now, this is insane. This is wrong. This is immoral, and it is dangerous. And more LGBT people are realizing that they are now associated with something that is wrong and dangerous and immoral, and they want out. Another reason why particularly gay women are splitting away from this is that there are rather insidious encroachments by people who have seen the success of LGB and want a part of it. And it is being used, the success of LGB is being used to shoehorn in fetishes. And I don't care if people have a fetish, that's their own business, but it doesn't belong in public, and it certainly doesn't belong in children's classrooms. But LGB success is being used now to justify the advancement of public displays of fetishism, and worse and most dangerous of all, even paedophilia.
There you go. She is accusing the trans community of promoting pedophilia. You can tell she is full of shit, because she is not providing proof of her claims.
A lot of LGBT people can see that this +++++ is being used by paedophiles to try and sanitize and justify and make acceptable their abuse of children.
I call bullshit on that. Anyone who is pro-pedophile in society will get stamped on really hard. So this is just a made-up fairy tale she is telling to smear the trans community. This lesbian trans-exclusionary feminist hates trans, and wants the trans out. Once she has driven the trans out, TERFs like her will then turn on the gay men next. Smearing queer people as pedophiles is a very old tactic of the homophobic sections of the right. I find it ironic that a lesbian is doing this. I think smearing an entire demographic of people is legitimate hate speech, and doesn't belong on YouTube. AMWaters needs evicting off the YouTube platform pronto. If you enable a little bit of misandry and hate from feminists, the hate is only going to spread in society more and more. As I have said before, we have to ban the feminists from society before they ban us. TERFs are just the logical conclusion to the feminist doctrine. All feminist roads lead down to female supremacy. TERFs exist because they do not want non-biological females to challenge their female privilege. This is pro-male vendetta, letting the trans exclusionary feminists know I am watching them, and I will do my utmost to hold them to account. I will most certainly be back.
I'll be back.